Yeah. Till now, what we have, just to recap, right? I think for Koday also, Koday, what we did was we just explained why Angular is needed. And you remember in the first session when you attended, there were some ECMA scripts and all those things. What is ES5, what is ES6, and what is TypeScript,
Yeah, yeah.
and all those kind
Mhm.
of things we discussed. What is a browser? So pretty much we just put a foundation. Then we went and took a quick start, the document for project for Angular, and here we are having the project with us, and it all runs right. So now, what is so this is the application which runs now. Any Angular project, if you look at it, node modules, right? Node modules are, so what is a node? Node, we already know. Node.js is our server, and we use npm to install everything. So there are a lot of node modules which are needed, which are all part of this. See, assert, blah blah blah. So we need not get into everything and understand what each one of this is. Don't worry, because this is by default added. Anytime you need to add anything, you can add. Okay, but right now you don't need to get into the. So just understand that these are the modules which are needed to support. Now you are seeing two files, environment.ts and environment.production.ts. So environment.production.ts, this file current environment will overwrite. 1 minute. You guys are seeing my screen, right? For current
Yes.
environment, override the during build. So the file contents for the current environment will overwrite these during build. The build system defaults to dev environment, which uses environment.ts. But if you do ng build, see this word, see, ng build or npm build, okay? Ng build environment equal to production, then environment of production TS will be installed. The list of which environment maps for which file can be found in Angular, CLI, or JSON. Okay. So why do we need two environment files? Because when you do local development, you're using this. But when you deploy it in production and we want to run a production, you do ng build, npm build. Okay. We can stick to npm or ng, both will work. Ng build or npm build hyphen environment equal to production. So why do we need it? After doing all the development, when you're sending the code to production, that's when we need this. So don't worry about it right now. Now coming to the source, this is the main area where you guys will be working. Okay, source is the place where we'll be writing a lot of code, and there are all these things are fine. Angular CLI JSON. See this Angular CLI JSON has a lot of things. Schema. It says apps, right? Root, outer, direct, polyfill. So these things are all coming with the project when it is first time. The protractor is protractor, karma, all those things are dependencies which are needed for Angular to do either unit testing or whatever you call it. Because once you write the code, you need to do unit testing, you need to do a lot of things. Now, so protractor is one tool, karma is another tool. Okay, these are all used for in Angular for we will learn them as we move on. Okay, but just understand why they are sitting here. And this is the most important file, package.json, which says name is this, version is this, description is quick start. So this is the bread and butter of your application. Okay, what that means is it will tell many things about your application. What are the dependencies which are there for the application? And we will revisit the scripts a folder in a minute. Before that, what are the different dependencies, right? By now, you guys understand what is this dependencies and dev dependencies. So all these things are needed, for our application to run. That is the reason you are able to run your first Angular application. Now, what is scripts? Scripts is nothing but build, right? So if I go here, let's look at it, right? npm, did something, right? npm build. So let me show you some commands. Yeah. So what we are going to do is let's do this npm. So now you guys want to learn about npm, right? How can you learn about npm? Npm minus h. What is npm minus h do? It is saying access abuser bin blah blah blah. One command is one off. npm command quick help. Yell is display full usage info. Help term. So npm help npm. This will give details about what version of npm you are on. npm is a package manager for Node JavaScript platform. It puts modules in place so that the code can be find them and manages dependency conflicts in blah blah blah. Right? So basically, this is the command to mm, run the npm help. Okay, so here you can do a lot of commands. I have a so now let's assume you want to run a npm help with this search, see, and search remove. What did it do? Can somebody tell me this? What happened is, when we are using the npm manager, we are saying I need a help and search for remove. So any command, right, which has remove there, for example, unpublish, uninstall, anywhere. So it is seeing remove. It brought up everything. So now these are the different commands which you can use. Now what is npm help uninstall? We used uninstall and install a lot, right? Let's see. We don't know what is install. npm install is what? Install a package, so you can keep playing with npm like this forever. You can understand what npm does. And now let me show you some more commands. npm help prune. npm help prune, what is it? What does this mean? Remove extraneous packages. What is extraneous packages? Can somebody tell me?
Extraneous packages are the packages that are not listed on the parent package. That's what it says.
Yeah, where did you read that?
That's coming in the description.
Yeah, so Satya and Abhi, you have to read this area, right? This command removes extraneous packages. If the package name is provided, then only package matching one was applied removed. Packages that are not listed on the parent packages dependency list. What is our parent packages dependency list? Can somebody tell me? Can Abhi tell me? What is our parent packages dependencies list?
Uh, JSON packages?
Yeah, what is a package.json, right? We have all
Yeah.
our dependencies in package.json. So any package which is installed, there are two things which can happen, okay?
Mhm.
Usually you put things in package.json and tell npm go and install them, right? That is the correct way to handle it. Another way is you can install things by yourself. How do you install? Let's assume I want to install npm. Let me do something, some installation I'm going to do, okay? Maybe I can install Lodash. See, install Lodash, right? I'm going to install Lodash, and I'm not going to tell it to see. If I do this, save -dev, what will happen? It will install Lodash and save it to
There.
Dev
dev
dependencies.
dependencies. Okay, makes sense. It will You will see that here. So let me do one thing. Lodash is already there here, right? So, but I'm so if I install, so sorry. So yeah, so basically Lodash is there. I need to find some other package which I can put it here. So something which is not there here, right? So we can remove Lodash from here. So we don't have Lodash there. So yeah, so let me do that. So basically the idea here is, so Lodash is already part of dev dependencies and it is installed also, right? So let me see if we have a command, right? For reasons for package, track dependencies, create script, initialize. There's a lot of commands, which this I'll send you this. I'm going to refine this a bit and send this commands to you guys, okay? So that you guys can keep it handy with you. Okay, underscore, okay? This is not there. That will be a good place for us to start. So I'm gonna install underscore npm install underscore. I installed another command underscore. Now what happens is this underscore is a extraneous package. You know why? Underscore, it install underscore like server browser sync. There is a hierarchy, it will show it installed underscore. Now, but underscore is an extraneous package. What is the reason? Because it is installed in our machine, but it is not there
The dependencies,
Yep.
parent
in the
dependencies.
dependencies. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
now I think are you guys understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
you use the prune and it will remove the underscore package, isn't it?
Extra dependencies that are not there in package.json.
Yeah. So
Right.
what will prune do now?
So it will remove the extraneous packages. That means it will remove that package from the machine.
Now let's see. We are talking about npm prune, right?
Right.
Yeah. So when you run npm prune, what is that it is saying? Involves npm prune help. Sorry, what I'm doing. Yeah, npm help prune. Okay, what is prune? This command removes extraneous packages. If the package name is provided, the only packages matching one of the external packages are packages independent. That we understand. If the hyphen production flag is specified or the node environment direction, this command will remove the packages specified. See this. If the hyphen hyphen production flag is specified or the node environment variable is set to production, this command will remove the packages specified in your dev dependencies. Setting the production equal to false will negate the. So why are we doing all these things? Because extraneous packages are packages which are installed, but they are not in the dependencies. So if something is not there in the dependencies, maybe we were doing installation. I installed this one now, right? But I'm installing these things for some trial and error purpose, and then I forget to remove. It's a cleanup process, okay, where I can run prune and make sure that I remove all the packages which are extraneous. Make sense? Okay, so now another thing to understand about npm is, if you look at it, npm install underscore versions, right? So if you look at this here, what is the meaning of this tilde? Can somebody tell me? Can Praveen tell me what is this tilde means? This not tilde. This
Uh, it means update to the latest version.
yeah. So anytime you tell dependencies that I need to you put this sign here. There is one. This is one sign. Another one is tilde. So otherwise, when you give 5.0.1, it is fine. So and let's understand this, right? So I have some things. So in any time npm underscore latest version of, so when I do install something, the latest version of that package is downloaded automatically. Okay, but when you give this, it upgrades to the latest version automatically. For example, Angular common, when you say this, when I do npm install, even if I have given 4.3.4 here, right? What is 4.3.4? This is the 4 is the major version, 3 is the minor version, and 4 is the bug version. So 4.3.4 is major.minor.bug. Okay, so right now the Angular common what we have is major.minor.the bug version. But in future, when you run npm install, you might be surprised to see that you might have other versions also on your machine, higher version than this. The reason you might have, so let's assume this, right? What is that? Angular common, right? How can we check the version of a package, Praveen? Can you tell me? I want to check. I want
Uh,
to check the version of this one. What is on my
that
machine?
one. You could just use npm the package name hyphen s1 version.
I'm going to use this and do what? This will work.
Hyphen s1 version.
Okay, hyphen hyphen version. What do you think? It'll work. It'll work, right? So what is the version I have here?
2.4,
2.2.
2.2.0.
I don't think it's correct, right? Because I'm telling it should be 4.3.4 or latest version, right? So why is it showing
Yeah.
4.2.0? Because it showed you the version of NPM, not the. So can you guys Google once and tell me how to find the version of a package? All of you type
I
how
think
to
we have
find
to
the
put that
version of a package.
tilde or
Hmm?
I think we have to put that uh, whatever you said, this tilde. What was that?
No, no, no. Can you all Google and find out how to find a version of a package? Google it and see what is the answer coming.
You could use info, npm info package name.
Hmm?
npm info package.
npm -v package name? No.
Okay, let's try npm. So,
We,
what was the
yeah.
difference between what we did earlier and this, right? So, let's see. No, npm. Okay, so let me try something else. Let's try
npm info.
Uh,
core.js, right? No, we'll try rxjs. Everything is coming through dot, so it's not working. You agree with me?
npm view package version.
npm u package version.
View
View.
view
Okay, view.
package version.
So you want me to give this and then
Wrangler, yeah,
minus version.
version.
Okay, let's try. Nothing changed.
no, you say npm info package name space version. No hyphen hyphen. Say info
Mhm.
space info hyphen hyphen. I don't think that hyphen hyphen is required over there. Space. Yeah, that's fine. Hyphen hyphen is not required. Just version.
One minute.
npm info grunt version.
npm show package star version.
Okay, everything will type. Don't worry. npm show. What do you want?
Package
Hmm.
star space version.
Nothing happened. Okay, so Praveen, you had some suggestion. Can you tell me? Praveen, you're still there.
The star after star it has some space and then version.
I'll just ping it. I don't know. I mean, if this is right or not. I just pinged it.
There's no right or wrong. It's just about I want to see when you have a problem like this, how do you solve it, right? You go to Google and start looking. Because tomorrow everything you cannot learn. You get my point? There will be issues like this which keep coming, and you will have to take one step at a time. So, npm info is what we can do. Okay. So, are you guys seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See this. So what we understood. This is the way what Praveen pinged is finally was the. I heard him saying it little earlier, but I wanted to see other options and then get there. So what happened now? You did not know how to find it. Then you said npm info Angular common. We tell we need information about which package. Let's say at the rate of types Jasmine. Okay, and we say version. See, Jasmine version is what? Which one? Mhm. Yeah, 2.5.36. But we have not given tilde or we have not given anything, right? So what happened is 2.5.36, but the 2.5 dot, so bug version, so it keeps on upgrading. If you don't give anything here, if you just give the version without any tilde or asterisk sign, what happens is it keeps on upgrading. Okay, the latest keeps on coming. But when you give tilde, let's type node, we'll check. Okay, type node, right? I'm going to check the at the rate of types node. What is the version here? 6.0.46. So what do you guys expect it to be? Can somebody tell me? Before I enter, there is a tilde there. So type node. What should be the version of that? It is 8.0.20. Oh my God. I gave 6.0.46 and the version what I have on my machine is 8 dot. So what it did?
It upgraded.
Okay, so let's do one more thing. Let's cite Jasmine curve. Sorry, at the rate is not there. What is the version of Jasmine core? So what is the difference between these three? Can somebody tell me? When I don't give anything, 2.5.36. When I give this asterisk sign, not asterisk, this what is this sign called? And this is a tilde. Okay, so when we give tilde, and where is tilde? Tilde is with Jasmine core. So Jasmine core has tilde, the other one has this one. So what this means is, when you in the package.json, when you give something with without any tilde or asterisk signs, it will keep on upgrading, it will keep on taking the latest version. Okay, and it can go up to the bug version. If there is a zero point 0.3 bug version, it will go and take that. If it is a zero point 0.6 bug version, it will take that. But when you give the asterisk, what it does is it only takes the version type node. When we did type node, right, what did we see? Type node version is still 8 dot. So what it does is it takes the major version. 6.0.46 and 6.0.47 it will not take. But when it goes to 7 dot, it will take it. When it goes to 8 dot, it will take it. Get my point? So major version increase will happen with this. And with tilde, what happens is the minor version. If you look at the tilde one, so let's see Jasmine core. Jasmine core is with tilde, right? What changed? 2 dot is what they have it, right? 2.4.1. 4 is minor version. So they have taken the minor version here. So by putting tilde or that sign or not putting a sign, we can tell that I have these dependencies, but I don't want to upgrade these dependencies just like that. I want to make sure I only upgrade the major versions, I only upgrade the minor versions, I only upgrade the bug versions. So you can control the way NPM is going to go and pick up the versions from the web. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you can play around with it. What you can do is you can change this tilde, hyphen, everything, and uninstall a package from here and try to done an npm install again and see that these versions are coming in a different way here. Okay, so this is something you guys can play around. So this is the way npm works, and I'm going to spend some more time on npm, and then we'll proceed. So npm now, all these commands, right? There are a lot of commands in npm. I'll just go through them one by one. I'll not type everything. Npm's help you guys understand what it is. Prune, you know what it is now, to remove extraneous packages. So npm initialize to create package.json. So this is all needed when you don't have a package.json. When you're starting a new project from scratch and package.json is not there, you can enter npm init or npm inity and see. What you do is, I'll show you just for your. So I can type npm init, and what will happen is, see, When I do this, utility will walk you through creating a package.json file. So today when we started this, we had a package.json, right? And if you don't have a package, you can just do npi init, and we can name, you can give something, and if you keep on giving something, see this version, you can keep entering also. You need now karma, which karma version you need, author, list, license, is it okay? So what it does is it created a this one for me. See, it created a package.json for me, where, so even if, so now you guys might be thinking, when I start a new project, how am I going to create all these things, right? So npm init, you can copy paste it obviously, but at the same time npm init is another way of creating the packages. Okay, is it clear, guys? Package.json. Now comes, so you can keep on giving author name, all those things. I think I explained that. Installing, you guys know. npm list. See this. Now another way. What are the packages installed on my machine? Let's do it here. It's more, npm list. What happened? Niranjan home, desktop, Angular training, quick start, source app. Wherever you are sitting, it listed in something. Nothing is there. Now depth. See this. I can set up the depth here, the way depth 1 0, list true. So basically what I'm going to do here is, see, depth 0 I gave, depth 1 I'm giving. So 1 minute, npm list hyphen depth 1, it should come here. App, where am I? npm list should work here. 1 minute. npm, where is it? Install npm. Oh, we don't have anything in the global. 1 minute. npm minus g. Minus g is something we need to give, I think. Yeah, minus g true. Minus g, because there is nothing in this area. So yeah, here it is. So why it was giving empty earlier and then it gave and gave me some result when I gave this, right? Can somebody tell me? Satya, explain the difference. npm list depth 1, when I gave in this folder, nothing came. When I gave npm list minus g true depth equal to 1, here I see lot of things. So what is
Those
it?
might be hidden files that are not required for, I mean, those are required for execution, but those might be hidden files.
It's not about hidden, right? When I'm saying npm list depth 1, I'm in a folder and I'm saying any packages there, show it to me, right? There is no packages in that area. All the
Okay.
packages are installed. So when I say globally, whatever is installed, show it to me. It is showing me everything. Is it making sense?
Oh, okay, fine. So what are the packages installed globally?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm giving minus g. So now this is another thing. npm list. These things you might not see much results here, but I just want to show you that. See this. So argument starts with non-ASCII dash minus def 0 minus def. I need to check this once. The sudo might. Okay, so this one doesn't have any. So this, I need to give this demo, I need to install some packages that I will do, and then uninstall. You guys know what it is. Underscore minus g versions I spoke about. Minus minus save. You know that it saves into the package.json. And then what else? What else? Say production update. Yeah, so NPM update. What is NPM update?
If you forget to write anything in pom.xml, but if you want to write it again and update it,
Not
sorry,
pom.xml, package.
sorry, package.json.
So basically, you want to update a package, right? NPM, you want to update, for example, you want to update pre-protractor or protractor, only one package you want to, what do you say, upgrade. You can use NPM update to do that, okay? So just know that these things are there. NPM. So now, how do you find out about a package? Now we speak about all these packages, right? So let's assume protractor, right? Control C, and I can always go to registry.npmjs.org. Okay, registry.npm registry.npm.org/protractor. So when I do this, I get the JSON version of this protractor file. So another way to do this is, I go to npmjs.com. Sorry. So always remember this website in case you want to go and check all the NPM related things, right? Find packages. I'm going to search for the protractor package. Protractor Angular core. What is the latest version? Yeah, protractor, right? So now let's find out the latest version what we have on our machine. Let's see. How do you find out the latest version of protractor? Can somebody tell me? Can Koday tell me? How do you find out the latest version for protractor? What is installed on our machine? Koday is still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So are you getting my question?
Yeah, you're asking like what is the latest version of the protractor?
Yeah, protractor on this machine. I can put this, right? NPM info
Yeah,
protractor
it's
version,
5
and
point.
it is
Yeah.
5.1.2. Okay, so 5.1.2 is the latest version of protractor, which is running on. See, protractor, I have given it, and I have given this sign. What this sign means, Kode?
This sign means it will take the, like if it's 4, it will take the upper version like for 5.
Yeah, major
Is
version. Okay.
major version.
So what it did was when we ran npm install, it took 5, right? 5.1.2. Now let's
Yeah.
go and check what is the latest version available in the industry, right? Our machine has 5.1.2. Now, how do you check what is the latest version which is available?
Here.
You go to
Here npm dot.
npmjs.com and put the protractor. Okay, make sense?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this is the way you make sure that you have the latest version of anything for that matter. Karma, right? Let's see Karma. You go to Karma, and Karma is 1.7.0. Let me see Karma, what happens here. So I'm gonna see what is the latest version of Karma on my machine. Now let's see what is Karma, right? Karma, it is asterisk. So and 1.3.0 asterisk. 1.7.0 is the latest version. So what you expect it to be? It will be 1.3.0 or 1.7.0 here. Can Abhi tell me? So on my machine, when I do npm install, Karma will be installed, the version of Karma installed will be 1.3.0 or 1.7.0.
1.7.0.
Okay, what Praveen, what do you think?
Based on your explanation, I think it's 1.3.0 because the major version didn't come yet.
Okay, so Koday has 1.3.0, and what about Satya? What's your answer?
I think it's 1.7.
Okay, so Satya, you are the only one left now. You can take a dig.
1.7.
Okay, so This is what it is, guys. Koday, based on
Yeah.
my explanation, anytime one dot so when tilde comes, right, tilde should be taking the
Mm.
major version, right? So
Right.
it could what you're saying is correct. So now let's take one more thing, Karma Chrome launcher, because one is the major version and any minor version changes will get impacted when you use tilde. You agree with me? Not this sign, right? That's what we agreed.
Yes.
Where is tilde? Tilde. Where is tilde? Where is tilde? Okay, TypeScript. Let's take TypeScript because this is important to understand. Because going forward, when you do projects, right, these versions will play a big role. Because of one version mismatch, you might sit for hours. 2.4.2 is TypeScript. Okay, TypeScript is
Mhm.
2.4.2. So now TypeScript, what happened is 2 is the major version. You use tilde. So when you use tilde, the minor version has to change, right? 2.4.0, 4.2. So let's see. Here is the funny thing now. 2.1.5. Okay. So here we have 2.4.2. So here it is 2.1.5. So I think 2.1 TypeScript, something is going wrong because 2.4.2 should not come. Could be some other formatter we have installed. Maybe we did not use npm to install this. Npm repository has the latest as that, but this version is different here because TypeScript we would have installed independently from outside. So that could be another reason. 2.4.2. Because karma, I think I'm still seeing, because one issue what we might be seeing here is these things, right? When doing demo or other things, to answer your question, Koday, when you
Yeah.
install karma, when you say uh, tilde, right, only the major versions. If there is 6 dot, there is 7 dot comes, that's when you go into the next version, right? But
Yes.
and so that is the reason it should have been 1 dot only, but 1.7 it took because maybe this is when you do it using package.json, right? You tell the npm install, go to package.json and do the job. But while we are doing this training, we are doing this install npm karma, install karma at the and all. If you do, what happens is sometimes we can override this package. So I'm not sure whether we installed it that way, but let's do one thing. Let's take this as an exercise. Can all of you do me a small favor? You have the package.json, you have this website also, right? This npm .js.com. So let's do one thing. Let's go through these packages and see what version we have, and tilde and asterisk, right? The signs are also given. So when you do npm install, you have an understanding how it should come. Based on that, can you do a mapping and understand it and see if you see any discrepancy? Can you send out this to me by tomorrow? Is it possible? Or day after tomorrow? In a couple of days' time, do some play around with it, npm, and understand the versions and all. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
don't want to spend too much time on this because we might have installed it manually also. So send it out and then we will take a call. Okay. Then what I will do is
Uh,
we'll change this. Go ahead, Praveen.
no. What do you want us to do?
No. So karma is there, right? Karma is 1.3.0, right?
Okay.
So what is it given? This sign is given, right? So
Uh-huh.
when you give this sign, you expect a behavior. You expect it to stick to. So let's assume. Let me do one thing. Let me do one thing in front of you guys. TypeScript is 2.1.0. I'm gonna change this to this one. See, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? One minute, okay.
Middle. It should be.
Yeah. I'm searching for that only. So TypeScript, I have changed from tilde to this one. Now what I'll do is I'll run npm install. Right now we know our TypeScript version is 2.4.2, right? See this.
Hmm.
Okay. What did I do? No such file or directory uses it.
Uh,
Oh, I'm not 1 minute. Okay, so earlier npm install did not work because I was not in proper directory. Okay, so I ran npm install now. So now I'm hoping something would have changed. TypeScript. Info TypeScript version is 2. It will not change because already I have the latest version. So that's challenge here. Let's see. Yeah, so already I have the latest version, so I should go. So that is a challenge, guys. Already if you have the latest version, you ran an npm using a different package.json. Because when I was doing my other trainings, I would have used another package.json, and I would have ran npm, and I have the 2.4.2 now, right? Now, unless I go and do npm uninstall, right? When I do npm uninstall, it's going to uninstall pretty much everything. So now let's see. Now, if I type the version 2.4.2, so where is it uninstalling from? 1 minute. It did not uninstall the TypeScript. Did you see that? Angular platform. So what it uninstalled was all the things in the dependencies. Angular common, Angular compiler, Angular form, Angular this. So it did not touch the dev dependencies. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Uninstall. So basically, I think I'll do this exercise on my machine. I need to do some cleanup because I'm taking so many trainings. But can you guys do this exercise where I want to make sure, because you are doing it first time, right? You have only used this package.json. You have not used any other package.jsons. So you should be fine. So do one favor for me. Run this versions and make sure that is it behaving according to the tilde and asterisk signs. Do that, and I'm going to uninstall everything and do it fresh for me also, so that I can spend 5 minutes next session to show you, or based on whatever analysis you guys do, you guys can also understand that angular.common 4.3.4 is the version I'm telling here. So based on that, we can take a call. Okay, so now one more thing we can do here is TypeScript. Let's take one more thing. Dev dependencies, karma CLI. Karma CLI, this and all will not change. Quick figure. Lodash, I'll do Lodash.
Actually, the version of TypeScript, if you go inside that package, it shows 2.7.2. That's the latest version. 2.4.2.
Yeah, it is showing 2.4.2 only for us. Oh, you are saying
Okay.
here, right? Okay.
Yeah, they are showing it different outside.
That is the reason I was also thinking it should not be like this. That's what I was a little
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. I went inside the package.
Oh, that's a
So,
typo from their side then. Okay.
yeah, if you go inside, you can see it's the latest. It's on the left hand side, right hand side. It's shown top.
Yeah. So did you guys see this? The latest version. So TypeScript is late, but think about it, right? When we give tilde, 2.4.0 is also, so it is taking the minor version. Did you see that? That is what I am thinking. It should not be taking the minor version. So I will get back to you guys on that. Let me do some research. It could be my machine problem. I will analyze it, but you guys can also analyze this and get back to you with your analysis on how tilde, asterisk, and tilde, and what do you call the sign, man? I need to find the name for the sign. 1 minute.
It's carrot.
Caret, yeah. So caret, asterisk, tilde, and the normal one. So three options are there. You give the normal one like this. You give caret, and then you give asterisk, right? So three options you can give for any versioning, and this is major dot minor dot bug version. So now what the exercise you guys should do is go through every dependency in this package and come up with a answer. Hey, how is it? This is the version I have given. I have given a caret. So is it, and I go to node npm.js website and check the comparison, and we have to make sure that the expectation as a developer, when I tell it to load 2.4.2, is it doing the same for me, right? That is what we'll check. Does it make sense, Kodai, Abhi, and Satya?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So let's do that. And npm, let me finish this npm install, and then we will close for the day. Npm list, npm prune, yeah. So npm repo, right? So what is this? Now this is another nice way to open something. Just understand this, nothing big. If we want to open an npm repo, right? Let's see, npm repo type script. Okay, when I do this, what happens? So I can open in GitHub. TypeScript has a repository page, all the TypeScript information, anything, right? So if using npm, if you say npm repo and give a package name, it will open. So for example, let's say Angular common, right? At the rate of Angular common. Okay, what it did? It took me through the to the Angular page repository, right? Online. So just making sure that you guys
Yes.
understand that you can use these commands, nothing big, because this is all nice to have, right? So, and then upgrading, npm latest install, So I think we are good. npm, you guys are good. I have taken care of every command till now. What is there? Pretty much we have covered all the npm commands. So only open question which we'll answer in next session would be this one, which you guys are going to do some research on. Okay, go through all the dependencies in package.json and come back to me with your analysis of how caret and asterisk and this is working, and based on my explanation analyze it and get back. Okay, is it fine, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so now are you guys tired, or you, how is it looking? Because I wanted to cover other areas, but what happened is we were getting into details of setting up the environment and all those things, right? But whatever we covered today, are you guys clear? Why did we install Git to begin with? How did we clone from Git? How did we? This is what you do when you go to your project first day. Your manager will say, "Hey, we have a Git repository. Can you clone that project and set up the environment?" So if somebody says that in first 2 days, whatever work they're gonna say, you guys can do it, right? Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
If anybody talks to you about an environment of Angular, if anybody says, hey, I have a Git repository, clone it. Okay, cloned it. What IDE you would use? You will say, hey, Visual Studio Code is what I'm going to use. And second question would be, hey, have you installed TypeScript? Yes, I can use install TypeScript using npm. Have you created a package or JSON? Our project doesn't has it. Yes, I can create it using npm init. If you have it, I can copy it and I can run an npm install and I can install everything. And based on caret, asterisk, and tilde, and the no sign, I can control my versioning, of all the packages on my machine. Make sense? Then another thing is package.json dev dependencies. Then npm start. How do you run an application? So now this is the place where we have reached, where npm start, right? This will run the npm start. Will make sure that our application is running. Did it not run for me, or it ran for you guys, right? npm start.
Yes.
Can you try one more time, last? npm.
Uh,
Not running for you, Praveen?
it is actually. No, I think you ran a lot of commands. That's why you must have removed some dependencies.
No, that's okay. That's my problem with my this one, right? I do so many
Yeah.
things. So if as long as it's running for you, I'm okay. I can fix it with my machine,
Okay. Good.
because I want to make sure yours is up and running when we close this session today.
Yeah, it's running, isn't it?
Yeah, it's running for me.
Okay, that's good. So I'll fix mine. Don't worry. And ng serve is running. I know for Abhi, ng serve is not running, right?
Yeah.
So ng serve already in use. Yeah, that's the reason it didn't come up, because it was already running for me. Port is in use. Okay, so I need to close this. Okay, sounds good to me. Not a big deal. Okay, so sounds good, guys. So what we will do here is now we have a lot to cover, but I think that's fine. We are taking one step at a time. But whatever we have covered till now, you guys are understanding, right? Any issues with this? Koday, did you find it very difficult to follow today? Because
Um, Not much actually, but I have some couple of questions, but I could ask you separately because
yeah,
I
sure,
don't
sure.
want to
You do
you to
one more
repeat
thing.
it.
You have my email address, which I'm sending you links and all, right? Any
Right.
questions you guys have, share it with me on the email so that I can respond. No need to wait for the next class, okay? I will
Sure.
respond to you. Email is the best medium. You send the questions, you'll get back the response. When I have some time, I'll respond back.
Sure.
Now, what we are going to do, just to recap, right now, what we will do here is we have a up and running application, um, and sorry, npm run build. I have some error. I'll fix it. Yeah, so once the application runs up and running, right? What we are going to do here is we are going to do go into the source. We are going to create a lot of things now. For example, we have TypeScript. TypeScript is the language which is used in Angular 2 and 4. Okay, so we are going to learn Angular. So if you guys are aware, how many of you are aware with object-oriented programming concepts? Praveen?
I know bit.
Yes, done Java. So what about Satya, Abhi, and Kode? You guys have
Yep.
any?
Yeah.
Aware of that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
I'm aware
knowledge
of that.
on that.
Yeah. So what about Abhi?
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, because why I'm asking this is, if you are aware of any object-oriented programming language like Java or C Sharp, what happens is inheritance, polymorphism, interfaces, I mean, lot of all the concepts, right? And what is typed? Why do we need TypeScript? TypeScript is nothing but it's a superset of ES6 or ES5. I told you, right? So JavaScript has been upgraded with a type, that is TypeScript. So we will be learning how to create an interface, how to create an inheritance, how to create, implement all these object-oriented concepts in TypeScript. Step number one. Step number two would be we will be doing all the creating the controller, creating all those kind of things, which are needed for components, right? On usually how Angular works, I was telling. Angular is a single page application, and there will be a lot of components out there, and you inject these components one by one into the Angular page. So we'll talk more about it. Next session, I will start with that introduction of how Angular frameworks are, because Kode was not there. So I'll spend 10 minutes on that, and it will revision for you guys. And then we will get into, we'll not be spending any more time on environment. I think environment setup is very critical here. That's the reason I spent a couple of sessions on this. But I think Kode, share your questions and anything we can sit offline, okay? Because so that you don't
Sure.
miss out on
Thank
anything.
you so much. Yeah.
And Abhi and Satya, you guys can ask any question you have in the email, but make sure you go through this package.json. Okay. And another thing is, whenever you are running, right, you create a file, and for example, how do you create a file in the source? If you got to add a file in Windows, you go and just right click and create a TS file. Anytime, always remember, when you create a TS file, main.ts, right? There will be main.ts, and then there will be main.js.map, which maps the ts file, main.ts file, to JS file. This is TS, right? TS is TypeScript file, JS is JavaScript file. What is happening in Angular 2 is you write the TypeScript language, and once you compile it, it converts the code into the JavaScript. And this JavaScript is what is running on your browsers. Makes sense. So till now, how the browsers were working anytime you write earlier till last 15-20 years, you write JavaScript, and that JavaScript is part of the HTML page, and that HTML page is rendered on the browser, and the page comes up, right? So with TypeScript, what is happening? You write a program in TypeScript, and this Angular 2 framework, when you compile it, converts the TypeScript into JavaScript, and the JavaScript is so for this TypeScript we have so let's do one thing quickly. I mean, I don't want to start this thing, but let me create a touch. Give me just to give a feel of because I just want to give a feel of what this means before I leave you guys today. Okay, so yeah. So what we do here is, let's assume I want to. So in Linux, the command is so I'm going to create a test.ts. Okay. So I already created one test.cs, and how do I create? I create, right click. So all of you can create it by just saying, you are all on Windows, go to the source folder and create a file test.ts. Okay. Now if I write something like var age. Yeah, I'm just going to define age. Okay, and I'm going to say it's a type number. Don't worry, I will go into details of this, but just showing you something. Where age number, and I'm going to say console.log and say uh, testing conversion of ts file to js. Okay, I just want to show you this command s. So when I wrote this TypeScript also, see, did you see something happening here? So when I wrote something in TS, JS also had this code coming. I did not write this, right? Did I write it in TS, right? But how did it work? I mean, now what I do is, so I wrote a TS. Now npm run build, right? So I'm gonna run the build. So this is the way you work in day-to-day life in Angular. You know, so you created a you wrote some code, and the JavaScript file of that also gets created, and then you create this one. So now think about it, right? So what is TypeScript? In TypeScript, I give 20. What if I give something else like let's do this. So now node test.js. Sorry, where is it? Or did I change it to too old? See, I'm getting an error for play. It is why it is coming for play type number play.ts. Is there anything like that? Added. Yeah. So let me do one thing. Sorry. Let me do one thing. So what I did is, now I'm going to change this, right? Where age number equal to for 20. So what I did is, let me delete these files. Okay, I'm going to create them fresh so that there is no. Let me create a file touch maybe training touch training.ts. See this? Okay, I created this, and where did I create this? I created it in, where did I create this training.ts? Is it there? Has it come when I created it? Let's see. So it's training.ts, right? So I didn't create it inside the source or inside the app, right? So this is the reason. Okay, so now see this. Okay, so why this error was coming earlier? Can somebody tell me? I got an error saying that, when I ran npm, npm is our player anyway, right? I'm saying npm run build. So I'm not saying npm start. What I'm saying is npm run the build. When I run the build, the entire application ran, and it gave me an error saying error type too old is not assignable to type number. Why this? So where did this error come? It came in source app play ts, right? Source app, because yesterday I had created a file like this, And what I did was, now let me change this to 20. So command S. Okay. Now after changing this, so in play.ts I changed it to from too old to number. This saying type too old is not assignable to type number, because this is a number type, right? Earlier in JavaScript there was no type, but now with TypeScript coming, if we say number equal to 20, that makes sense, but number equal to something doesn't make any sense, right? So now if I run this npm run build again, what happens? See, this time you did not get any error, right? Because the reason was I changed this and the compilation went away. But if I change this to something else again, it will give me error because cannot find this blah whatever. And now I'm going to run the command again. So I'm just showing you how the compilation works with TypeScript. But we will make sure that, sorry, I have to give this like this, sorry, as a string. So I give this as a string, otherwise it will take it. npm run build. Come on. 1 minute. Oh, sorry. TS, Control Z. 1 minute. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. See, it's not picking up, but we'll run it. So it's picking up the old build. Yeah, it ran this time. So what is happening here is when I gave too old. So let me change anything. It doesn't matter. It has to be too old. I love India. Okay. So when I do this. And run this command, what it is doing is it is running the command, and what it is doing is it is saying, hey, you know one thing, I love India. See, type I love India is not assignable to type number. So that is the only way. So now I change this to again 20. Are you guys understanding what's the difference between? So like any Java or any other program, the type check is coming into picture. Type check happens, it was not there in Angular or anywhere till date. In Angular 2 and 4, this type check is coming. Earlier, if you write age number equal to this, it will compile, okay? And when it starts to run in the browser, it starts giving the error. So the difference that we can find the issues ahead of time by doing the type checking is very, very important. Now that is TypeScript. So we will write so much code using TypeScript, where we will make sure that we create a lot of functions, a lot of arguments, and we'll slowly build our system. But the basic concept of writing something in the TypeScript file, and that getting reflected in the JavaScript file, this you should understand. Every TypeScript app.module, I wrote this TypeScript here, and it created an app. See, this JavaScript, earlier when you have to write JavaScript, you will have to write this much to make it work. But now with TypeScript, you write this much, and the Angular framework will convert that into JavaScript. Am I making sense to you guys? Every TypeScript file has a JavaScript file. See, is it clear, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and now once we talk about all these things, now so one is TypeScript. I will make sure that I take into depth. TypeScript will write lot of code, and we'll build an application of our own. That is the whole idea. Then we'll put it into Git. Then if possible, we will use some things to deploy it, So there are a lot of things we will do, and that is TypeScript, right? Now TypeScript, when you write in Angular, we spoke about components. See, there will be components, there will be modules, there will be index.html is the first page, and so I will take you through. So there is a story about index.html, main.ts, app.component, and app.module. These things are connected. So first page in Angular is index.html. I'm not going to get into it now, but just to give a glimpse how the whole system is working, right? When you run this and you are seeing Angular, how is it happening? Just to give an idea, this Angular quick start, my app, right? This is the thing. Index.html will have my app, and main.ts will load the app module. And module.ts will have the app module. So don't get into any of this. This is all I'm going to explain in detail in next 3-4 sessions, okay? But are you guys understanding the topology of the Angular application? how a TypeScript file is created. So tomorrow, get onto a project, you go ahead and write a TypeScript file and compile it using npm run build, and you can keep writing your code. Right? If I teach you how to write the code, and two things I'll teach you how to write the code. Second thing is I'll teach you what are the different components you need to create, what are the different modules you need to create, what are the different things you need to create for an Angular application to be up and running. These are the two major things, and then we'll get into more complexities of Angular as we move on. But is it clear as of now, guys? At least getting a feel of where we are going from here, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
we have another thing is data binding and event binding. Then we have directives in Angular, which we'll be learning. Then template driven forms, model driven forms. Then we have HTTP clients. Then we have concepts of pipes and data formatting. So basically, it's a law and routing logic is there. So we have a lot of things to cover slowly, one by one. And by the time you cover, we do labs. There are some 15 labs we do, one at a time. So I will give you the details of each lab, and we will be building our application on top of this one. As we move on, we will build an application, and you will have a complete system ready when we finish this Angular training. Sounds good?
Yes.
Okay, so I think today also we spent 2.5 hours. So what I'll do here is we'll stop now, and the next session, you guys know when it is, right? Thursday.
On next Thursday.
No, yeah. So I'm not asking Koday. So I think, guys, we remember we discussed and we agreed for 2 days. One is Saturday morning, and another one is
Monday, right?
Monday, right?
Saturday. Oh, it is. Did we agree? It's Monday and let me check my calendar. Give me a minute. Yeah, I thought I said Thursday evening 5:30 and Saturday morning 8 o'clock. Is Monday? Somebody was not available, right? Uh, So Saturday
Okay.
morning, regular sessions will be Saturday 8 p.m. and Thursday 5:30 p.m. Okay.
So at least this week, actually, I'll be out of town from Thursday to Tuesday. So maybe at least for this week, can we get it for Wednesday evening instead of Thursday evening?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. What about you guys, Praveen, Koday, and you guys are okay with that? Abhi?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So
Uh,
this
you
Wednesday.
mean no,
Yeah.
you mean
I'm
this
not sure
Thursday?
of Wednesday.
Sorry.
So
Go ahead, Praveen.
this Wednesday I have a test, so I can't do this Wednesday.
Yeah, but I think Praveen will slowly get started because I know that you can catch up quickly compared to others, right? Anyway. So let me take a session of Wednesday and we can talk, Praveen, on Thursday if needed. Okay. Based on what
Okay.
I'm going forward with. Is it okay with you?
Santosh, I'll confirm you on my availability about Wednesday.
Yeah, because yeah, let me know if everybody is available. Because the challenge what we're facing is one person or the other is not
Sunday
available.
also should be fine. Either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, any other 3 days should be fine.
Yeah, so I think going forward we'll be having it on Saturday and Thursday.
Okay.
But right now, Praveen, you have something on Wednesday. At what time you have it?
I have it at 6 to 10.
6 to 10. You have some. Okay.
The
Okay,
test.
so we will see. Let others because I think they need more time, right, Abhi? And so I would spend some time with them on Wednesday anyway, because you are already ahead of the curve, Praveen. So
Okay, yeah,
I
I
will
got you.
spend more time with them, and maybe we'll get back when you're back. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried
Yep.
about you anyway. But at the same time, I will have a separate class with you for this week. We'll have after that. Please make yourself available on weekends, Sunday or Saturday morning, and one of the days the class will be there, and we can plan that. Should not be a problem. Saturday morning or Sunday morning, and then second weekday class will be on Thursday evening 5:30. Okay, so we'll continue this for next couple of months, and slowly I'll be starting to give some videos and assignments and all. So I just wanted to your environment to be set up. Now that environment is set up, and I show you how to start writing some code. Every day you guys will have something to write. Okay, we'll plan that.
Santosh, can you like forward me this recorded sessions, the
Sure,
previous one and
sure.
this one?
I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll
Because
send it to everybody
yeah.
because let me do that. Okay, so
Uh,
anything else, guys? Praveen?
yeah, I mean, you could just have a shared drive or something where you can put everything. I mean,
No, I have a YouTube channel where I'll put it. Don't worry.
oh, you have a channel. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so I
Awesome.
will put that in YouTube channel, and you guys will get the link, and you guys can listen to it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but based on that YouTube channel, we'll have more. So I think we will be there. So anything else you guys want to discuss now? You're comfortable, right? Any questions or any concerns you want to change? You want to go faster? I know that Abhi, Koday, and Satya will not say about the speed, but Praveen, you have a little bit of background. That's the reason you'll get bored a bit, but we don't have a choice, right? That's the reason I was not much worried when you're not there on Wednesday. I'll make sure these people are catching up.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it.
So,
That's fine.
but you guys are okay with the pace, right? Satya, Koday, and Abhi.
Yeah, I'm good.